Alright guys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Innocence. We just escaped with Angie and Ricardo in tow. We're heading back to Nels. Let's see what's going on in town. Oh wait, Angie, aren't you famous in this city? Is it okay for you to walk around like this? It may not be a good idea. We can lay low at Hartman's place. Good idea. Let's go. Young master? Yeah, laugh it up. Still ragging him about that young master thing. Where's Hartman live? It's like on this side, right? Hartman, you around? My, young master, I do apologize for not welcoming you properly. Young master, huh? Young master, huh? Right, around here, he's the young master. Please be sure to call him that. Shut it. Oh, I see several new faces. I should prepare tea right away. Please have a seat. Now then, who was it that asked you to find me? Normally I don't reveal my clients personally. I don't reveal my clients' personal information, but I'll make an exception this time. It was a Tenos noble named Albert. Do you know him? No, I do not believe we are acquainted. Nor do I recognize the name. Tenos is in the north, right? Maybe that noble fell for you at first sight? Surely not. I wonder why he was interested in me. It would seem it's because you're an avatar. You mean he's gathering avatars? Just like Matthias. Hey, who is Matthias anyway? Part of the Arca leadership, I guess. Somewhere in the upper ranks of it, in any case. Matthias was the one who attacked Idias' hometown. I'm sorry to hear that. It's fine, don't worry about it. But why would this Albert guy be looking for avatars? He's probably searching for the manifest as well. Ow. Idia, are you okay? My head just started hurting, but I'm fine now. The manifest. Now that you mention it, when Albert realized I was an avatar, he did ask me if I knew anything about the manifest. What is the manifest, anyway? Does sound kind of familiar. I feel like I've heard of it, but I can't seem to remember. I've got a bad feeling about this. I see. The manifest. Don't scare me like that. That is what destroyed Devaloka. This is horrible. We have to stop them. Are you sure about that? Actually, she might be right. Meaning it has the power to destroy the world. Why is it on Naraka? Maybe because Devaloka collapsed? Damn, Matthias. She attacked my village for something like that? The real question is why this Albert is searching for the manifest. Perhaps he intends to use it for power or war. Could be. Use that on your enemy then. Well, Naraka itself might bite the dust. Considering it's the same power that destroyed Devaloka, destroying Naraka is a definite possibility. He could easily use it to hold the whole world hostage. All I know is that nothing good can come from letting the manifest fall into their hands. So we just gotta get a hold of it before Arca or Tenos can. Arca. I've heard rumors that they're backed by the Privy Council. Privy? What now? The Privy Council was originally established as an adversary body to the church to assist with political matters. Long ago, the seats were occupied by clergymen, but those days are long past. What does that mean? That's about the shadiest sounding thing I've ever heard. So Matthias wants the manifest to restore the church to power. I wonder. I sincerely doubt something that dangerous could be used for good. Soraka has pretty much taken over the church. Things do seem to be heading in that direction. In order to create their utopia on Naraka, they have been using church doctrine to gather believers. Does that include salvation for avatars? We heard they're protected from the compulsory fallen rehabilitation program. That certainly does sound shady. Still, there's no denying their success at attracting believers. Whatever. Who cares what Arca's doing? Shouldn't we be worried about what our next move is? So much talking, you know, Kara wants food. Tonight shall be a feast. It will be ready momentarily. Kara can hardly wait. Man, I'm wiped out. My head hurts. Would you care to rest your head on my lap? Can I? Why don't I assist you, young master? Nah. You know, since we're short on leads, we should probably head to Regnum. Regnum? Regnum certainly would be the best place to start looking. Let us make that our next destination, then. However, first we should give Iria a chance to rest. I'm just feeling a bit under the weather. I can rest up after I eat. Dinner is served, please. Do enjoy the meal. You know, it looks tasty. Alright. Are you departing? I do hope that you found yourself yesterday's meager meal to your liking. It was quite delicious. Tasty, you know? I'm pleased to hear that. The young master seems to have truly wonderful companions. Damn straight. Please visit again anytime. Sure. Take care, Hartman. Farewell. Hartman's good. We're probably gonna get loads of skits. So we're just gonna chill out here. Is your headache any better? Yeah, I'm fine now. Were you worried? Your brain overheat? That was a pretty long lecture. You have a fever? Are you alright? Man, Spider, no more jokes. Luke is taking them seriously. Yeah, my bad. So you don't have a fever? Thank goodness. Thanks for your concern. You know, you and Luca don't look like lovers at all. Excuse me, that's ancient history. I mean, literally, it's ancient history. Given the visible passion between Asura and Inanna, perhaps it is just the difference that seems so striking. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but they were like two idiots in love. What does that mean? They were always hanging all over each other, no matter where they were. They were famous, too. The first couple to cross national borders. Speaking of which, how did they end up together? I don't remember, to tell you the truth. I'll tell you what I know. You know Inanna deserted, right? She practically strode right out of a battlefield into Asura's arms. The warriors were so taken with her beauty that they simply watched as she passed. Deserted, huh? I wonder what she was up to. Did something happen in Ratio? Love born amidst the flames of war. How romantic. Really? No good ever comes of love at first sight. Well, certainly there are many cases where people do not realize their mistakes until years down the line. That's what I'm saying. Hey, come on. Romance ain't never been a science. And think of poor Luca before you talk about love at first sight like that. Angie, you might know the answer to this one. Know the answer to what? I know that the belief of the people of Devaloka, of Naraka, was necessary to sustain Devaloka, but why was it necessary? An excellent question. First, you know that Devaloka and Naraka were once a single world, correct? In other words, Naraka was part of Devaloka. Much of the power that sustained the world was taken far away. So the pious belief of the people of Naraka was used as a substitute for the power of the land itself. Belief and reverence are the powers that preserve the world. Prayer is truly mighty. When the ancient religions were created, a great deal of power was produced, but that decreased little by little. Why? Because the power of Naraka began to forget that they were once devas. They forgot the very reason that they were praying for forgiveness. Without a firm foundation, belief is hollow, you see? The creation of the church was an attempt to unify the various interpretations of the doctrine. So the church was supporting Devaloka with belief. That may not be entirely true. As I said, various interpretations of the doctrine existed. People began to follow whatever portion of the doctrine was convenient for them. As a result, the belief itself was no longer what Devaloka required. The church grew larger to no real end. Even the church only served to further alienate the believers. It's like they put the cart before the horse. If humans had continued to desire to return to Devaloka, perhaps it would still exist today. So Ricardo, was a Reaper in his past life, right? Yeah, I fought with Hypnos the Reaper on the battlefield once. A Reaper, huh? They called them that because they reaped human souls, right? Kinda like a job title, I guess? Huh? Is that right? Angie, do you know? Yes, Devaloka was preserved by using the power of belief from Naraka. However, when that proved to be insufficient, Devaloka had to be maintained with human souls. The ones who carried out those duties were known as Reapers. Only the ratio provided Reapers. Why? Since this was composed almost entirely of individuals who had no apparent interest in the preservation of the world. While it seems that they held believers in high regard, they were opposed to hunting human souls. It's weird that Asura and Hypnos met on the battlefield. If he was out on the battlefield, does that mean he abandoned his post as a Reaper? Good question. Maybe Ratio had a shortage of troops too. I do not believe that was the case. However, I cannot offer any alternative scenarios. He must have had some reason for being there. No more skits? Okay. So we're going to Ragnar. Okay, let's head for Ragnar as planned. Is something wrong, Luca? Why such a long face? Man, if you're still worrying about before, it's fine. I know, but I can't help but be anxious about things at home. So what's the problem? Brats have the privilege of relying on their parents. Why don't you run along home? Don't want to admit it, huh? If you want to play it cool, you'll have to find someone else to play along. I'm not trying to play it cool. So what if I want to see my parents? I've got my own reasons. Oh, really? Come on, you've heard about that rehabilitation program. We were captured by them. I see. And I guess you're out of luck. You can't go back even if you want to. Oh my, that must have been hard on you, Luca. I'm fine. I know that complaining won't change anything. I finally become strong thanks to Asura's power, but it doesn't mean anything if I'm still weak inside. Plus, what? Idia, you still need my power, right? Just knowing that is enough for me to see things through. Right, Spada? Wow, you're really something. Huh? I mean, you've really grown. Alright, let's head for Ragnar. I don't even remember what Ragnar is. Complaining won't change anything, huh? Jeez, don't repeat it. The more I think about it, the more I worry about living up to such big talk. You know, it doesn't sound like something Luca would say. Yeah, Where'd that kid who'd cry over every little thing go? People change. I'm not the same as I was before. Well, I'm a little different, at least. Don't know about that. Ah, that's harsh. Nah, it ain't. Just a little. Just a little. You're growing up. Really? Coda agrees. Luca can eat lots more food than before, you know? So when Coda says growing up, he means... how much food you can eat. What else? Then you better eat up. Good luck. When you said you'd hang in there for Edia's sake, that wasn't really true. Why do you say that? It ain't for Edia. That was you being a man. That was your pride. My pride? Pride? Like lion? For some people it's like a line. Some people treat it like trash. But you gotta protect it, even if it costs you your life. Yeah, I get it. I've been wondering recently what's going on in Ragnam. What if the war got worse? What if there's fighting in the city? I don't think you have anything to worry about. If you say so, I guess I can believe it. I feel a bit better now. I'm glad that you trust me, but you should really listen to what I have to say. Maybe I'm just saying whatever I think will make you feel better. Are you? Hear me out and decide for yourself. Deciding that you can relax just because I said so is utter foolishness. Okay, then, why do you think that? Ragnam is bordered by Garum, Naus, and Mammoth. Naus is a non-factor. Garum is fighting a defensive battle, so they're unlikely to leave their family territory. Mammoth is neutral. The battle with Tanos is taking place further north. So it sounds like there's no fighting happening near Ragnam. There are well-policed highways running all throughout the area. Just what you'd expect from Ragnam, I suppose. Mother and father should be safe. Thank goodness. I'm relieved. Well, I guess we're off to Ragnam. What's it like again? We met in Ragnam. Don't you remember? I wasn't there to go sightseeing. I was kind of in the middle of running for my life. Right. I forgot about that. Let's see. Ragnam is the oldest city in existence. It once controlled the whole of the continent, generally speaking. Its citizens are proud and stubborn. It's hard to imagine that when I look at Luca. As I said, I'm simply generalizing their area. There are, of course, exceptions. Hold on, I have you know that I have plenty of self-respect. I'm amazed you can even say self-respect. Empty words. You are a far cry from the stereotypical citizen of Ragnam. However, humility is an admirable virtue. Yeah, virtue's practically your middle name. I'll at least give you credit for that. Oh god, that's not good. So what else is special about it? Ragnam is the most industrialized city in the world. Its gross production is second to none. That said, it still has to import the majority of its food. Oh, we learned that in school. Yeah, I know that. The citizens are relatively indifferent to the wars. With its large regular army and plentiful assets to hire mercenaries, most are unaffected by the ongoing campaign. That sounds right. So they're all blissfully ignorant like Luca, then. Hey, You should at least be able to describe the city that you resided in. True, you should be able to, Luca. Am I poisoned? What was that? That was weird. I need to find out where Ragnam is. I don't have a clue. I'm assuming it's this way. I don't know. Oh, that's Ragnam there. I'm on the wrong side. Crossing the bridge. Cutscene. Imperial City Regnum. Privy Council. It would appear that Garam launched an attack on Naus base. Oh, was it serious? Overall, the impact was negligible. However, the unfinished weapon we were researching was damaged. Are you saying that it was used in a real battle? Oswald, you seem to be rushing things. No, the accident occurred during testing. No classified information has escaped the facility. According to Gardel's report, the specimen was allowed to escape. That constitutes an information leak. Damn, if only there were some way of silencing him for good. Sir, we are currently working to recapture the target. I recommend we immediately begin live combat tests. That is the obvious course of action. We must protect our technological advantage, after all. How are things progressing on the Arca front? Everything seems to be going smoothly. I didn't trust Matthias at first, but you can hardly argue with these results. To think that we would ever have so many avatars at our disposal. The surplus has even filled the research facility. Oswald, you truly can't hold a candle to Matthias, can you? Well, is your report complete? The ignorant masses await the salvation we will bring. Let us re-educate ourselves to our cause. Rededicate. Amen. Seek Utopia. Seek Utopia. Sneeze in your face. We got another skit. There's a new skill on the pathway. Let's get it up. Say, Angie, could you tell me a bit more about the Privy Council? Frankly, I'm afraid there's little I can tell you. Because it's one of the Church's secrets? Or because the Council wields power in name only these days? I cannot teach you much more about an adversary body with no real power. Really? The new Constitution established the separation of Church and State. The Church could no longer participate directly in politics, but its influence remained unchanged. Thus, the Church was able to force the king to submit to an adversary body that it controlled. So this happened before the fall? Gosh, that information is pretty old then. Indeed. Now that the Church has lost its authority, the adversary body exists in name only. However, that is not to say that the council members themselves are without some influence. Or are those positions still filled? If they aren't necessary, wouldn't it be better to do away with them? Court culture has always been built upon precedents. Unless someone takes up the cause and enacts drastic changes, traditions tend to persist. That is why even now the Privy Council is not without its influence. Since it seemed to be causing no harm up until now, no one bothered to do anything about it. A powerful organization forgotten by time. It sounds perfect for masking a conspiracy. Goodness, why must they continue to drag the good name of the Church through the mud? As if we did not have enough problems already. Hey Angie, I have a bit of a silly question. What is it? What's the point of the church? Silly is certainly one way to describe that question. Well, in my village, the church was nothing but an empty building. The only clergy were traveling priests. We'd be lucky to see one of them a month. Perhaps I should start at the beginning. Seeking to return to Devaloka, people formed communities. I'm with you so far. Within those communities, some kind of organization had to take charge of things, like weddings and funerals, right? In order to manage all of those people, someone had to create and maintain an up-to-date family register. Like government officials. Correct. In the past, before nations were well established, villages and cities sprang up around churches. The practice of taxation emerged from what were once donations to the churches as thanks for the duties they performed. The churches of old served in many roles, including nursing the sick, expanding the doctrine, and educating the populace. Wow, the church really did a lot for people. It should be easy to see how the church grew so powerful, of course. This was all before the fall. After the fall, those same believers were all too happy to abandon us and demand the separation of church and state. So then what is the church exactly? These days, the church is purely a place of worship. Its purpose is to aid any who would seek to return to Devaloka. Isn't that what you should have said from the start? It would have saved a bunch of time. I'm a member of the clergy. I would never miss a chance to give a sermon. Now then, shall I continue to describe the rise and fall of the church after the fall? No, thank you. It is almost difficult to take offense at such an immediate rejection. Alright, let's start searching for avatars. Do you think there are any left in the city with that rehabilitation program? There have to be some people still in hiding. And how do you plan on smoking them out? And we have to wonder if they will even be willing to meet with us. That'll be sorted out during the information gathering phase, right? Anyway, let's go. Let's go. Where are we going? Somewhere. Well, we won't get anywhere just standing around. Let's just have a look around the city for the time being. Koda's hungry, you know? Koda, you're quite the glutton. Last time we were in a hurry, we couldn't eat tasty things. What about that hot dog I gave you? Hey, what's this? If you want to know that kind of stuff, ask me if I'm a local. Ask me, I'm a local. I'm a local too. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Then tell Koda what's up. Oh, actually, at our house, we always ate my mother's home cooking. So I really don't know that much about popular local food. Disappointing, you know? Weren't you a rich kid? Well, my father was quite frugal. My mother liked to cook. Guess I'll have to tell you, I come from a powerful family after all. Let me tell you about some of the gorgeous dinners I've seen in my day. Yay, God, I can't wait. The hors d'oeuvres were right. A seafood and cheese dip. Also a terrine garnish with wild duck and gelée. There was a smoked salmon salad, marinated oysters, and octopus. Then porcini pot pie soup. Koda hasn't heard of those. They sure sound tasty, you know? I've never eaten any of those. What's dip? It's that stuff. It's all thick. You can dunk stuff in it. Or you spread it on bread. What about gelée and terrine? One's kind of gloppy, and the other's kind of square. They're pretty good spread on bread. And marinade? You soak stuff in it to flavor it. It's pretty good spread on bread, I guess. I don't really get it, but it sounds like everything goes on bread. You ain't getting it at all. Oh, really? All this stuff's awesome on top of crackers, too. Ah, crackers, crispy, tasty. I know, right? Crackers are good times. Just forget it. Spada, he's weird. What's wrong? You look like you're standing on the edge, staring into the abyss. How can that anemic girl act without giving anything any thought? I don't know. That's just how she is. Idia doesn't do details. Idia has always been like that, you know? Well, having an indifferent, brash, flippant personality is one thing. The problem is letting a person with that kind of attitude lead a group. That's true. We were captured by Arca, forced to fight in a war, and now we're fugitives. And those were the results of Anami's decisions. I wouldn't blame her for anything that happened. I see. Then it's fine. Koda likes following Idia, you know? Because you can eat unusual and delicious foods? Well, how did you know? Luca is smart, you know? Well, I suppose that's what... that's that. I'm nothing but a hired gun. I go where you command. I can only hope for a prudent commander. Yeah, recklessness is like second nature to Idia, so I wouldn't get your hopes up for any prudence. Man, I just ain't feeling it today. Well, what should I do? The hell? I'm just talking to myself over here. You ain't gotta react to everything I say. Oh, you are? I thought maybe you were, but I wasn't totally sure. If you don't know, then don't worry about it. But if you really were talking to me and I ignored you, wouldn't you take offense? You think I'm gonna start raging if one true tiny thing I don't like happens? Maybe. That's it. Nah, I'm sorry. Hey man, that was a joke. I ain't mad. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I guess a straight-laced rich kid like you usually gets scared of guys like me. I don't get along well with troublemakers, so I've always avoided them. I don't really know how to deal with people like that, so I'm sorry if I do something to make you mad. Fine, I'll take it easy until you can handle it. Thank you. Is something wrong, Luca? Oh no, it's nothing. I see. Then we should hurry along. Sure. I can't go back yet. There's no way I can go back. I have no idea where I'm going. So hope I find something. Damn, hide! We're clear. Man, that was too close. Ain't you a little too jumpy? Not like they're gonna know you're an avatar just from looking.
But Spada, you caused quite a scene when you were arrested. They may still remember you. It looks like you're the one who should be hiding.
Yeah, Spada, go hide. What'd you say, you damn rat?
Come now, do we really have time for this? We need to find the safe havens in this city.
A reasonable suggestion. Somewhere out of sight, but easily accessible would be ideal. Oh, I know a good place.
Where?
Look for the manhole over in the industrial district.
If I know where the industrial district was, I could look for the manhole, but... Yeah, you see my predicament here, Spada.
This is the place. Used it so I'd have somewhere to hide when I ran away from home.
You want us to crawl into a sewer?
This thing ain't too bad unless it gets backed up.
My, what extravagance. We have to look forward to. Angie, you're really not fooling anyone.
Suits me just fine. We'll meet inside later then. I want everyone to check in periodically and report your findings. Then let's pair up and move out. I'll flip a coin. Ricardo and me will check around the industrial district.
Then Iria and I will take care of the shopping district, shall we? I guess that leaves the residential district for us.
Let's go, you know? You know, this is Luca's hometown, right?
That's right. I've really missed it.
Like your family and friends? You know, these are good things.
Friends, huh? I only ever got in the way, so I doubt there's anybody that ever thought of me as a friend.
No, you know? Why, you know?
And I loved my family, but things were always somewhat strained. They always said I was the heir to the company, but I felt more like a puppet.
Don't you miss home?
Forget it. Right now we need to gather information.
Coda wonders what everyone is doing, you know?
I'm not sure either. They're probably just trying to gather information.
You know, even if people knew about any avatars, would they tell you?
It's hard to say.
Then let's quit and play instead. Take Coda somewhere with tasty eats, you know?
We can't. I'm sure Iria is working hard. We shouldn't just go off on our own.
Iria gets bored quick. She's probably bored already.
You think so? Well, then that's all the more reason that we can't skip out.
Luca's so serious, you know?
Maybe if it were just Iria and me. We could spend a little time out on the town together.
But Iria's moody, you know?
That's true. The smell. It's Mother's cheese soup. The same soup she always made.
You know, it smells good. This is your house, Luca.
Get out! How dare you! This search is being conducted in full accordance with the law. It's because you refuse to cooperate that you're suspected of harboring your son. Oh, really now? Having soldiers making a fuss about a fallen in the Milda family is quite a problem. Perhaps I should file a complaint with your superiors. What? Give me your names and ranks. I think Lord Belforma of the Imperial Knight Brigade will be most interested. Hey, what should we do? If you want to keep your jobs, get out of my sight. Well, everything seems to be in order here. Yes, everything is in order. We should be on our way.
Damn, my dad is awesome. Dear, are you sure that was the best way to deal with them?
What does it matter? I'll teach them what happens when they accuse my son of such things. He could come back any time, but with those insolent soldiers around, he'd never have the courage.
Yes, I really wonder when we'll see him again.
Our Luca never crept out of his room except at mealtime. When he smells this soup, he'll come crawling back with that silly look on his face.
Yes, you may be right, but do you really want to keep eating this soup every day until then?
That boy is such a handful. Now the soup has gone and become my favorite. How long does he intend to make us worry?
Mother, father.
You know, Luca, you're loved. Hey, the weirdos. Whoa, is that you, Luca?
Luca, where have you been all this time?
We were done without having your homework to copy, but those dark days are finally over.
That's right, we're counting on you, man. Oh, yeah, there were rumors floating around that you were one of the Fallen. Oh, really? Didn't they see me? I'm sure they did.
Luca, one of the Fallen? Yeah, right. The Fallen are supposed to be super strong. How could you be one of them?
Right. During that soccer game, we set you up with the perfect pass in the perfect spot. But you still missed the shot because you were daydreaming.
Was that what happened? That's what happened. We were trying to make you a hero and everything. But you were daydreaming.
It was our way of thanking you for always letting us copy your homework. If you settled it with that shot, you'd have been first pick next time for sure.
Uh-oh, soldiers from the Fallen Hut. This is bad. Hey, you there. Are you two friends of that Milda boy?
Oh, Milda? Yeah, he was a good guy. We haven't seen him lately, though.
That's true. I wonder what happened to him. Was there someone else here with you a moment ago? Oh, you mean Skull?
What? Did he do something again? He's always getting in trouble. Why don't I take you to his place?
Yeah, you have a hard time finding his house on your own. Is that right?
What are you doing, you know? Let's get out of here.
Who's that over there?
The dunce! Skull, run for it!
He says you're under arrest for wetting your bed so much. Hey, stop right there.
This しかし、まだみんな帰ってないみたいだ。ちょっと休もうか。ちょ、待ちや。自分誰？楽にやないみたいやけど、なんでこの場所知ったんや。君こそ誰？ここで何してるの？何って、うちここに住んでんねんで。まあ、勝手に住み着いとんねんけどね。そうだったの。ごめん、僕知らなかったからさ。まあ、役人やないんやったら別に構えへんねんけどね。あ、ルカ君、なんだか騒ぎになってるみたいだけど。あ、ちょっとルカ、いるの？兵士がうろついてんじゃない。あんたひょっとして実家に顔出したんじゃないでしょうね。どうしたのイリア、そんな大声で。アンジュは黙ってて。ルカ、あんたの行動がみんなの迷惑になってんのよ。そんな言い方ってないだろ。僕は近くを通りがかっただけで親に会ったわけじゃない。そうそう、 通りがかっただけだ、しかし。そんなの言い訳よ。なんで実家の近くなんかに行ったってのよ。それはくじの結果じゃない？もううるさいわね、アンジュ。あんたどっちの味方？イリア、怒りすぎよ。どうしたの？もう自分声大きいな。誰？あんた。自分こそ誰やっちゅうねん。前は兵士に追われとんやったらちょっとここおり。でも迷惑じゃ。気にせんでええよ。ほなちょっと奥おいで。
Alright, I'm gonna end it there. Hopefully we'll find out who this mysterious girl is later on. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share with your friends. And on the next part, we, I guess we head into that house, that doorway there. This one? Or something? I don't know, we just have to talk to her again.
へえ、そんな理由で逃げてんの。偉かったなあ。